today.
The kicker, Jake Moody's got it teed up, and we are underway now from Santa Clara. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They will be led out by their dual-threat quarterback, the veteran from Clemson. It's Deshaun Watson.
After what we saw last week, over 400 yards passing, the obvious thing is to go talk to him. I want to talk to his receivers, and boy, were they enthusiastic about what happened then, and they can't wait for this week's game.
He was hitting them outside, over the middle, everywhere, and for his efforts, of course, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. First play from scrimmage, Watson going to throw it. Over the middle, complete. It's Ross. Options galore here, second and a few inches. Here's Watson. And right away, he lost the football. And one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The throw out to Ross. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The Browns send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Seven yards on the return after a punt of 39. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And trotting out there leading them is their fourth-year quarterback.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 15 carries, 125 yards, and a touchdown.
And he has 12 touchdowns on the ground this season, so you know he's a big part of their offense. They count on it, not only to score the touchdowns, but now they can play action, fake it to him, throw it out to the wide receivers, get it to other players who can also produce.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. Taking it right down Broadway. And he will be taken down, but not before he gets this to the Browns' 27-yard line. It's a gain of 35. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the stream, the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Samuel going to go in motion right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And Debo going to have a Niners first down as he's down to the 11.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to it. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice consistent gain.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 2 straight runs of 5 yards. 1st and 10. Davis Price is in. Touchdown 49ers. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end, then come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt, turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it downfield and score.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their second straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along, and from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively. And this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
Draw play to Ford. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The handoff to Ford up the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. Here's Watson. Into the hands of Cedric Tillman. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. Now Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Back to throw, Watson. And that is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away, no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3. McCaffrey on the toss right. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Back to throw, Purdy. And this incomplete. An excellent play downfield on the football. Might have had a shot to pick it off even, but it's 2nd down. A handoff left, McCaffrey. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 39. The 71 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first down. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Davis Price will try to pick it up. And he's able to get it to the 33, good enough for a first down. It's a pickup of 6. The Niners at 12-1 now to start play, and they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here, and if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason, and we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. This time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And the Browns are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. After the interception, here's Watson. Gets this over the middle to Tillman. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. They run with Ford. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Taken in at the 22. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And they will take over first and 10. Christian McCaffrey and his 49er teammates back onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Second and a couple. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Purdy will set up to throw it here. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. Purdy. Able to find Gray here. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. 2 yards to go, second down. Throwing here, Purdy. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they are going to have a first down, and they're in field goal range as well as they're down inside the 20. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Again, it's Purdy to throw it. Dancing to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Here's second and 10. Here's Purdy. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk in the final seconds of the first half. And the Niners will extend their lead here just before halftime. Moody good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So, all right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 24. And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 108 yards now for McCaffrey. It's a 1st down. In motion right, Debo. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go as a 1st down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Purdy now to throw off the play action. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Myles Garrett racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Operating from the gun, Purdy. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down.
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. On 1st and 10, Watson. He finds his man, complete. That's Ford. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Ford. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to have a Browns first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Here's Watson, option left. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 13-yard line. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. On the ground, it's Ford. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you, because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we can get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. 2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 124 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. Play action. Now Purdy. That's complete left side to Gray. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Back now here in Santa Clara. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Now Purdy with a throw that's caught by Samuel. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Give to Davis Price up the middle here. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. This is 2nd and 8. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. McCaffrey will get into the end zone for a 49er touchdown.
Well, we talk a lot about Christian McCaffrey and what he can do in the open field, and it's easy to gloss over how tough he can be to stop near the goal line. And he shows you just how tough he is on that carry as he takes it into the end zone.
Moody good with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Watson. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. Pass taken in by his big tight end, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Catch number 44 of on the year. It's a first down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
To throw is Watson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Watson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Again, it's Watson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This is the tight end, Njoku. And the Browns are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, Watson. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. And they hope to polish things off, and what a run they are on as they try to turn a 6-game win streak into a 7-game win streak. Now a throw here to his running back. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And they'll They'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Purdy. And that one into the hands of Ayuk downfield.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
Continuing to keep their foot on the gas, and it looks like they're just having fun out there. They're loose, they're free, and they're enjoying what the scoreboard looks like.
I'd have to say I agree with you totally. They're having a blast out there all game long. When they throw the football, they're picking up nice chunks of real estate, significant yardage on just about every throw that they make. And there's another one there, and they continue to have that fun that you just talked about.
They go play action here. Purdy. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Purdy looking to throw.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Danny Gray.
His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the 49ers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. An extra point try now for Moody.
It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. That time a 6-play drive.
And the drive culminated with the Danny Gray touchdown. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like 1 possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
No, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the 49ers, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Browns, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.